Hi guys, and welcome to live review number 15. I'm sure I've said that in the past two live reviews that it's number 15. I can't remember. A little bit later than usual, mainly because of technology and household craziness. But yeah, today I'm joined by Craig from Kent Beer Reviews.
Hello.
And of course Rob from HopZine.
How are we doing?
We were going to have a couple more people, but fortunately, they couldn't get hold of the beer, and there was a bit of confusion on the date because it's the Clueless Drinker setting up an event. How else would it go? But yeah, so I'm happy to actually have this up and running because I was worried that my internet would just completely crap out. But anyway, so before we get into the beer, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Ready for a beer. I usually do like to drink coffee beers at 9:30 at night.
Yeah, or 8 o'clock. But,
No,
why wouldn't you like a load of caffeine this late at night? Yeah. No, it's a fantastic beer as well. I had one a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. I haven't had this beer for quite a while. I mean, I think 2013 I first had this beer, something like that. So I've had it a few times prior to Untapped and stuff like that, but probably only once in the last couple of years or so. So that's it's almost like half new again, if that makes sense. It's one of their core range beers, isn't it? So.
I think this is actually the first time that I'm going to be having it. And speaking of the beer in question, as you can tell by the title and all the information down below, we're going over to Siren Craft Brew, and we are looking at the Broken Dream Breakfast Stout, clocking in at 6.5%. So I think, was your bottle, Craig, from the Beer 52 box recently?
Indeed, it was, yeah, not the recent, this month's, but last September, yeah. Mine's got a best before the 30th of June of 2018.
Mine is 30th of the 6th, 2018. And where'd you get yours from, Rob?
I got mine at Trembling Madness in York, and mine's actually 16th of January next year.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So is mine the oldest? Have I got an old one then?
I think so.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, well, this has probably been on the shelves in Trembling Madness for quite a while then. I mean, it's one of those beers, but I guess because it's orange, so they don't fly out. But like I said, I had one from the same batch a couple of weeks ago. It was tasting good.
Mm-hmm.
I went for the aged option. Obviously.
You just took it to that next level. But they
absolutely.
They do like barrel aged versions of this, don't they? I'm sure they've released one recently, if I've read that correctly.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's the coffee has been barrel aged.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong, but I think that's it. And I had a bourbon one.
I've reviewed the extra shot version.
Yeah, I've had that. I didn't review it though.
Couple of years ago, something like that. So a year and a half.
Probably last year, I think that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rum, I think, has just come out.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm personally a big fan of Siren. I don't think I've ever had so much as a dull beer from them. Although that being said, I've probably not had as many as you guys because obviously being in Germany, we only started to see some of their beers, and it was more along lines of like $10 shake and some of the bigger hyped up ones like the VIPA and things like that. But I've always had a good solid drinking experience with them. But I think this is the first stout that I'm having.
Waves really. They, I mean, when they started, came to quite a lot of fanfare. Because it was Ryan Whitton-Merrithew, who was was head brewer at the time, very well connected, former head brewer at Fano Brewhouse in Denmark. So he brewed beers for Evil Twin and Mikkeller. Really good friend of Sean Hill from Hill Farmstead. And now he's brewing at Hill Farmstead. He's one of the production brewers, I think. But he also has this little side project, which I don't know if you've seen. Jake did a review with the most recent Magic Rock. It's like chili and lime goes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Casitas Cerveceria. That's his little kind of side project. Just like in a little building on the kind of like Hill Farmstead kind of location. But now he's but obviously he left. We've gone through quite a lot of brewers in the interim, but I think they've kind of like starting to kind of like get a bit more kind of like consistency again now.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and apparently we're having some sound issues. Oh no, we're not having sound issues. It was just probably a glitch in the system. It's just classic Google. We all know how well YouTube is. But yeah, so I've been waiting to drink this since it arrived, and I thought, what a perfect beer to do a live review of. So without any further ado, let's get this open and see what we get.
Oof.
I'll be quite interested if yours are just a bit more punchy with the coffee, because they do say coffee does fade. Yeah, I'll be intrigued to hear your kind of like your thoughts with the difference between a fresher one and a slightly older one. But for me, poured quite. I mean, I didn't actually pour it all in because I thought I was going to get like a Stuart Pickard kind of like classic of like 6-finger head.
Yeah.
No. Right,
mine poured pretty okay.
Half a finger of beige coloured head. Yours looks quite. I don't know if it's the lighting. Yours looks a bit paler.
Yep. Yeah, Rob's looks a bit.
That's what I'm thinking.
To me. Yeah.
I don't know if it might be the lighting.
It could just be the lighting, to be honest.
Yeah,
maybe.
But yeah, my head's pretty much dissipated.
Jet black.
Yeah, black as night. Mine loading up to the light.
Yeah.
Not a speck of light going through it, which is pretty good for a beer which is only 6.5. I mean, sometimes you'd expect that from a bigger beer.
But yeah, it looks really nice and dense. But yeah, I've been on a bit of a stout kick recently, so I've been looking forward to this one. Not getting too much coffee on the nose on mine.
I think I kind of do. I get a lot of kind of dairy.
I'm getting more cherry, Black Forest Gatto kind of.
Yeah,
I get more of like a dense sort of like dark chocolate cakiness on mine, but not like a really sweet one.
No, it's kind of like bitter baker's chocolate for me.
Yeah.
So it's got like a charred burnt quality as well. But that could be the coffee. I mean, I don't know what. Does it say what coffee they use?
I'm not too sure.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm no kind of like coffee expert, but I mean, different coffees can add very different kind of flavors themselves, can't they? So I mean, but then again, does this what have they added in? So it's got lactose and coffee added, so no chocolate or anything like that.
I get that's like oatmeal porridgey sort of almost like when you've sprinkled sugar on porridge and then put it in the microwave and it's crystallized. I get that
definitely
slight sweetness.
There's that sweetness coming through. It's like well, not quite caramelised, but it's got that sort of edge to it.
Yeah, it's that kind of like it's becoming slightly burnt. I mean, it's like the top of a creme brulee in that regard.
Yeah.
It's like slightly burnt.
Or like a
brown sugar.
singed edge of a cake or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the more I'm smelling it, the more I am picking up the coffee, but it's not as if it's a domineering aroma by any stretch. It's got that sort of like that nice, like a nice blend of coffee. It's not too punchy, but it doesn't smell like it's faded too much, if that makes sense. But then again, I wouldn't be able to really say if it has, because I'm not too sure how old these bottles are.
Yeah, I get a little bit of that. I mean, as Craig said early on, the kind of that cherry note. I do get that in a number of that beers that you'll get from some of the kind of British family brewers, when you get that kind of like that cherry quality. I don't know if it's certain malts. I don't know if it's like a dark crystal malt or it's the yeast. I don't know. But it's that kind of like
is it slightly
cherry, slightly kind of like.
There's a slight
like
kind
cough
of
medicine.
There's a slight kind of vinous-y thing going on there as well.
Yeah, I guess that's it. It's like putting your finger on that very specific thing. I mean, sometimes I'd say kind of like cough syrup kind of thing, but sometimes that doesn't seem really kind of appealing.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys. Sometimes these tasting notes, these like aroma and tasting notes come into your head and you think, well, I've said it smells like a public toilet, but in a good way. So it's like,
Or like it smells like cheese. I've had a few beers that smell like cheese or like sweaty socks.
Yeah.
I think I'm.
Hops.
I think I must like the smell of public toilets then, because.
No, this doesn't smell like public toilet.
Street.
This particularly doesn't. No, it depends which toilet you're going into.
Well,
if you're going to the one at Starbucks or something.
Depends on the establishment. I mean, it is a lovely, lovely smelling beer. But I don't
like
have
an alley.
any, like, Smells like the Northern Quarter.
Smells nice. I'm getting more.
Also a bit of that kind of like dandelion and burdock thing as well.
I'm getting more of that burnt kind of character coming out now. It's been out the ball.
Sort of character. It's just. I don't know about you, but I think all the flavors are working really nicely together.
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
I mean, aroma. Sorry, not flavors. Anyway, I think we've gassed on about the aroma for quite a lot. Cheers.
Cheers. It's nice. Definitely getting that oatmeal-y thing.
Yeah. Sort of like, it reminds me of the milk after you've had cereal and you've still got some of the milk left.
Absolutely. You are getting that kind of like gold top. It's gold top, isn't it? It's really kind of creamy milk. It's kind of like condensed. It's tin of carnation.
Getting that nice kind of roasted coffee kind of ness on the back end. Yeah,
I'm getting more of the coffee like bitterness as opposed to a flavour of coffee.
Yeah, it's that kind of slightly burnt edge, kind of like charcoaly, kind of incinerated. Kind of, and I say the kind of when my mum used to really overcook a joint of beef, and you get kind of slightly burnt edges to it. Where you're getting a bit of bitterness from something which has kind of been burnt, really.
Brisket.
But in a very pleasant way.
Brisket.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that now that you said it.
What we were saying on the aroma, that everything's nicely positioned, everything's in its perfect place. I said exactly the same thing on this. There's nothing that jumps out and slaps you around the chops and goes, oh, blood, stone the crows. But
Christ on a bag.
Nothing like that.
But everything just kind of like it just smoothly kind of like goes along. You get every component kind of on a nice level.
I'm getting like a chocolate cherry liqueur kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more of that fruit character. on the flavour than it did in the aroma. But like Rob was saying, it's not like pure fruit. It's not pure acidity or anything like that. It's just a really nicely balanced, yet
very
quite
smooth,
robust.
Lovely mouthfeel.
Right amount of lactose sweetness as well.
Mm.
You know, for me, I love breakfast stouts, and I will happily go in a ridiculous direction and go super sweet. But this is just really nicely kind of done. I mean, I think Siren's core range is very accessible as well. You know, as you said, it's getting out as far as Germany now, and you do get it. It is pretty widely available. But that's what you need from a core range. You need a level of interest, but and not become monotonous, but also be kind of accessible to anybody really.
It's a great core range beer.
I mean,
really is.
Yeah, this be a great beer to introduce someone to. But at the same time, it'd be a great beer for you to drink along with them.
Drink theirs.
Yeah.
You know, well, not always, but yeah. I think it could be a borderline. Not sure. Depends how that kind of bitterness they might be put off by it potentially. But no, it's great.
Yeah. I'm getting like a big Moncherry vibe on this one.
You said this the other day on one of your, I think it was your Buxton video. What is this a specific kind of, is it a specific German chocolate or is it?
I'm sure it's available in some places. I think it's made by Ferrero.
Ah,
right. So it's one of their chocolates, but yeah, it's like, I mean, obviously that's a bit more sickly sweet because it's the liqueur with the chocolate, but it's got to me that slight like chocolate covered, like cherry element.
That's
to
what
it
is then. Chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah, or that chocolate called Merci or something like that as well. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just going on Amazon. Other retail outlets are available. So, I don't know if this is slightly tangent, but if you look at the packaging for a pack of Moncherry, there's something a little bit sleazy about it. I don't know what it is. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. You're not just going to casually eat a Moncherry. It's going to lead to something.
And maybe that's what's going to happen with a bottle of Siren's Broken Dream.
It could very well do. I mean, this one was based like you could just
easily drink.
Yeah, that alcohol.
I'm having to stop myself. I'm having to stop myself just downing it.
Yeah,
that first mouthful, I was like, this is not going to touch the sides.
No, I don't think I could drink too many, but because the for me the sweetness would play havoc with my gut. I couldn't drink, do a gauntlet challenge or nothing like that. But,
something like this.
But no, you'd be, oh dear, yeah. But you could drink it quite quickly. You're not picking up the ABV at all. It's like, what's the 6.5 about? I think that's just something they just threw in there. Because it's not coming across at all. It's so smooth. It's drinkability's, yeah.
It really shines on cask, does this? I mean, I've had it a number of times on cask.
Oh,
wow. I have to find out with the stouts. I mean, just adding a bit of body through a sparkler just kind of adds, especially because it's the coffee beer, having a bit of cream, that creaminess of the head. I mean, it really brings out that sweetness and it's just. I've got one of those silly beer wondy things. I should get that out. I bet that'll just like cream it. Oh, lovely. I mean, you won't stop yourself. It's just one of those things, I guess, with with a tight kind of creamy head. It just adds to it. You're just thinking, oh, lovely cream.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all gone.
I mean, this on cask the closest I would imagine that I could get to this on cask would probably be London. I've never seen it locally on cask.
Oh, right,
I'd actually go and I'd actually go and travel and have it on cask if it was local.
I just get around, I guess, doesn't it?
It's nice, very Moorish.
I really like that. I like how sticky it is.
There is a certain amount of that going on, and a little bit of alcohol eggs, but nothing too drastic. But yeah, it's good beer.
Yeah, they do make quite a few coffee beers, Siren. I guess it's one of those things that I wouldn't say they're like a coffee beer brewery, but I mean they've definitely done a lot. They did a series recently called Barista, which was just different types of coffee beers. They did an IPA, a sour, a white stout, and then a big coffee IPA. They've done another one recently, which I've got knocking around somewhere, called Cerealist, which I think that's coffee and French toast type of thing. So, yeah, which I'm all in favour of, which I might open after we finish this review.
Just looking on Untappd, they've got 100 and where is it? Look at the wrong page. There it is. 178 beers listed on Untappd. So.
Yeah, I said as I was saying early on when they did loads of collabs early days because Ryan was so kind of connected. They're always doing kind of fancy collabs. So they always had the core range of this. What's the Undercurrent? Soundwave, Liquid Mistress. I think that's the core range. They were constantly doing collabs.
I like the Liquid Monstrous I had once. That was lovely.
Right, yeah, the Imperial version.
Yeah,
it's probably the first Siren beer I had was Liquid Mistress, and then this.
I think mine was this. To be honest with you,
I think mine was the one that they did for the Rainbow Project last year.
Right.
I think that was my first one. I can't remember what that was now.
I may have had this on cask. Have I had this on cask?
Did Siren take part last year? I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, they were essentially the founders.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, but I can't remember what that beer was now.
Yeah, this year's is maybe a bit shit. It's like a lager they did this year.
Lager brewed with like tortilla chips and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I like what they do. I like the fact that they've aged ingredients to put into the beer. I like that concept.
Yeah,
because I think they've done that a few times now.
Yeah, it's intelligent brewing. It's not kind of like it's not frivolous. Let's just do fucking like something stupid. Yeah, it's not like Mad Hatter.
Like 100 grams
let's just in there. Or... Yeah, it's all very kind of like well measured because it is. I think they are a relatively big brewery. That's another thing that's. I mean, there has been comments that they kind of like disappeared off the face of the earth for a while, but they were going through a lot of expansion. So yeah, multiple head brewers and expansion. So it's been a bit of a rocky road. But I think the core range has always been really solid, and which is kind of like a testament, really.
I've always generally enjoyed their beers. I don't think I've had a bad beer from them at all.
Yeah. I think the best one I've had was the Lorelei. That was just a wonderful beer. The one that they did with Omnipio and that home brewer whose name I never remember.
Dave Strachan, was it?
Yeah, Dave Strachan. There we go.
Dave Strachan. Yeah.
I've still got it in the fridge. I'd have loved to have tried the barrel-aged version of that.
Yeah, I've still got that in the fridge. I'm gonna if it ever gets cold, I will.
Yeah. Crack it. Not to brag, but.
Well.
Yeah, of course, yes. Yeah. I knew as soon as he was getting up, he was going to show us that.
Barrel-aged version.
Yeah.
That reminds
me.
When I'm able to, I'm going to have to do another big order from Beardy. Some of the beers that they're getting.
Yeah, there's lots of beers out there.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm quite happy with Aldi.
Are they still doing the festival?
Oh no, not that lot. But anyway, that's another beer I'll show you later. But
okay.
But yeah, getting back to these guys, I think they're probably my second or third craft beer brewery beer that I ever had. I think the first one I ever tried was probably Beavertown in the bottle, and then Weird Beard, and then onto these. I think I purchased them 3 breweries beers, and then I think I spent about 25 quid, and I was like, I've just spent 25 quid on 3 beers or 4 beers.
Free
I'm
beers,
like,
yeah.
but now I'm like, yeah, so
Yeah.
it's weird how it works.
Now it's like I've only spent 25 quid on 3 beers.
Yeah, and or you can get to the other extreme where you spend that much money on 1 beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of like how far you've kind of come with you know, what you value your beer. I mean, obviously you don't do it all the time, but back then when I was used to just the macro lagers and stuff, it's all the Euro lagers, whatever. To do that was like, I can't believe I've just done that. It's weird now.
I've had that phase.
Yeah.
It's that level of comfort, I guess, where you go, yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable spending that much on a
yeah. And then you crack it up, and then when I first tried it, I was like, oh my word, that is just like, it kind of lessened the blow a little bit when they're tasting that good.
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah, because it's the whole experience of the thing, as opposed to just, oh, got a 6-pack, let's just drink it, get buzzed, and then end up going on to spirits and stuff. Whereas a lot of craft beer drinkers, they'll like have 2 or 3 halves of something, and then that's it. That's all they need, and they'll pay what some people would pay on like a full session on like a lager or so. But in that time that someone's drank like 6 pints of like Carling or whatever.
Yeah, well, good luck to you.
You've only just finished. Yeah. Oh, God, Carling. I cannot fathom why people like fucking Carling.
Well, I think that and Carlsberg for me are probably the worst 2. That's just me though, my palate. But
regarding
anyway.
cost, mine was £3.30. Not bad.
Right.
Yeah, not too bad.
Complain of that.
I can't remember. Mine came with the beer 52 box, so I wouldn't even be able to work out how much each beer would be just going off like the amount that you got for the price that I got it. But I'd say it probably worked out around the same price, fluctuating between 2 to 4 quid.
I think it depends what beers are in the box. So some are cheaper and others are a bit more expensive, and they kind of balance it out, I guess. So.
I just hope that I can get this Kentucky box, because that sounds good. But yeah, the thing about a beer like this is it's like a core range beer, and in this like time where there's all these adjunct, like super crazy imperial stouts being released by a lot of people, I think a beer like this still stands up with
Absolutely
a lot of them. You know, you're getting a very solid drinking experience, full of flavour, lovely body, and the ABV is masked really nicely. And it's amazing to see what some of the core range beers are from some of the craft breweries nowadays. Where it's not just like
I finished.
Yeah,
I've got like a couple of swigs left. Getting a lot more chocolate now.
Yeah, a lot more chocolate. That sweetness is really, the lactose is picking up a little bit the more I'm just taking my time with it. Don't know why, but it's definitely coating the palate. It's quite slightly sticky going on, but not overly like some. It's a nice balance. It's just a good beer. Good beer.
Yeah, I think the beauty is in the balance, I'd say, with a beer like this. And as far as the coffee element, because I don't know if this was intended for the coffee to be like bam, like massive flavor aspect. I think it's the roundedness of the beer.
Yeah, I think it's there. It's just lurking in the background for me. I mean, but then if you're used to drinking kind of this style of beer and coffee beers in general, then it's a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, for me, I'd like more coffee.
Yeah, but still, definitely buy it again for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a really good. It's one of those beers that if you go into a pub or a off license or something like that, and there's not much of a range, you see that you'd be really happy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to attract the hordes like the latest Cloudwater release or something like that.
It's a good
of the average supermarket beer.
It's a good introduction, I think, to coffee stouts. It's not overpowering or nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm not too sure if you guys want to give ratings for the beer or if you've got any final thoughts, but I think it's unanimous about how we feel about it. I mean, is it the most amazing beer in the world? No, but it more than serves its purpose. It's a tasty,
It's solid. It's
well-rounded, solid beer. So if I was to give it a rating, I'd probably give this something like an 8 out of 10.
That's right, though. Yep.
Yeah, with like 7 being, because 7 for me is always, I would buy that beer again. I definitely know I'd pick up another bottle of it, but that 8 is just like, it's like Rob said, if you saw it and you weren't too happy, even if there was like beers that I wanted in the shop and I saw it, it's one of those ones where in the right mood, you're like, I'm getting another bottle of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll definitely buy it again. It's an 8 out of 10 from me as well. Yep.
I don't do ratings, but I'll say lovely, lovely, lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's the scale we should all use.
Just check out Rob's on apps. So.
I'll quickly check the comments and then I'll end it there. And I might start another chat, but if not, if anybody wants to get involved, get in touch and I'll send the link. But so we've addressed the sound issue. There wasn't really a sound issue. Rod says, "Cheers, guys."
You're breaking up, can't hear you.
Are you taking the piss now, Craig?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Nice little conversation between Thomas McCarthy, hello my friend, and Rod J. Hope you guys are doing well. Of course, we got a comment from Lee about the sound, and Kilted Rob, who was our first commenter. So massive thank you to all of you guys who've commented, and a massive thank you to the 5 people watching now, and of course to the people who will be watching this after it's uploaded. So of course, I will put the links down below to both Craig and Rob's channels, but I'm sure if you're watching this video, you were subscribed to them a hell of a long time ago. And yeah, so if anybody has tried this beer, feel free to let us know your opinions in the comments. And yeah, not too sure what review number 16 will be, but yeah, I'm quite impressed with this one. And
I think you should call the next review episode 15 again. It's like continuously.
Yeah,
15.
just keep 15, 15, 15. You might be onto something.
And people just keep going back going.
Sharp-eyed.
Just trolling yourself.
Yeah, King Troll. So yeah, I enjoyed that. And I hope you guys watching this enjoyed it too. And like I said, check out Craig and Rob's channels down below. And from all of us, thank you guys for watching, and we shall hopefully see you next time. I would say cheers, but mine's empty. See you guys later.